What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another episode of Road to Ruin Arandama. Just at the start here we see that somebody bought that 43 rated player, and as you can see here again I went and bought myself some players and this is what the team looks like afterwards. Now you guys didn't seem to enjoy the fact that I'm doing post commentaries as well as live commentaries, so I started building, like, imagine if I just did it like goal, 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 and just showed you like the celebrations or something from a game. And I built the whole game like this and at the end of it I just was like, no, fuck that. Like, I want to show you guys the actual goals, I want to show you the bits in between that I do, I want to show you the contracts I apply, I want to show you the whole Road to Glory aspect of this. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And for those of you that don't seem to like this style of the Road to Ruin Arandama, all I can do is apologise, guys. Like, this is what's going to be going on my channel. This is what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I mean, I think this game again, I just did the goal. It was only one goal in this game, or two goals, and I finished 2-2, and the guy didn't want to go to extra time, so it did finish. Oh yeah, the match stats there. If you want to actually pause it on those match stats, it was the most even ever game, but the guy ended as a draw, which I thought was quite weird. But after those two little games there, I end up just going back to actually showing you the goals of the games and the players that I buy and stuff like that. And like I say, I'm only going to be doing 3 of this type of episode a week, and then 4 live comms a week. So, you know, if you don't really like this type, then I guess you'll have to wait for the live com, but hopefully you guys start to get on with this. I've tried to make this video as long as possible. I think it's about 15 minutes long, and I think I've got around 10 or 12 games in this as well, which is good. For one of the main reasons it's pretty good is because by the end of this episode I've got a pretty solid team. You know, the amount of games I've played just allows me to earn enough coins to pick up a solid team. And the team I've gone for, first and foremost, I've gone for a Premiership team. I've tried to get as many 4-star skillers in as possible, but I've deliberately not gone for a skill team simply because I'm really enjoying using a team without skills, for the sole reason that I feel like there's no pressure on me to do skills and score amazing goals. And because of that, I'm playing really good football. I'm playing really good FIFA. And as yet, like you'll see towards the end of this episode, I'm unbeaten so far in this series after around 25 games. And that's simply because I'm not busting my gut to score that skill goal, or, you know, doing that skill move where I shouldn't do and passing it or something like that instead. So for the time being, I'm actually really enjoying this. What I'm going to do is build a Russian League team. A lot of people, when I asked you guys yesterday for what team I should build, you guys seem to be more interested in a Russian League team than anything else. So I'm going to go for a Russian League team. I think Sam 5000's done a Russian League team before, but when I get that sort of team, yes, I scored a cutback. When I get that sort of Russian League team, you know, my game style is a lot different to Sam 5000's, so I should be able to make it really interesting. And they've got I think what, 4 5-star skillers. They've got Danny, Busufa, Magidi and Carlos Eduardo, but they've also got Roberto Carlos, who's got beast long shots, beast free kicks, and then they've got Wellington and Wagner Love up front. Just show you here as well, guys, some end-to-end stuff. For those of you that have seen the video as well with me scoring with Brad Friedel, if you haven't seen it, I put it up this morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I actually scored it. And it's something I've been trying to do when I go up in the game. How has he missed that? I mean, seriously. But this is true end-to-end football. The guy ends up scoring from there, which is a fucking fine effort. A really fine effort. One of the longest goals I've ever seen in FIFA. He scored it from inside his own half. It was just absolutely incredible. But yeah, so like, I will be building the Russian League team. That is where I'll be going with this video. Absolute fail from the keeper there. But for the time being, I'm really enjoying this team. Like, you guys haven't really seen if you did watch that Brad Friedel video, you know the team that I've got, but I've practically bought that team in this video anyway, so I'm not actually too far ahead of what you've seen. I've got Gibbs in defence because he's fast. I bought Kabul and Basong for the centre-backs because they are super. For any of you guys that don't have many coins and just want to build a solid defence, Friedel, Basong and Kabul together will cost you around 1,500 coins maximum. And they will all get 9 chemistry each because they're all from Spurs, and it's just a great team to have. They are solid defenders. They got great pace, great heading. You know, they just everything about them is incredible. As you saw there as well, I bought rare silver contracts, guys. I bought 4 of them for 250 coins each. So I spent 1,000 coins because for 250 coins you're getting 18 games. And if you go to the gold contracts, you need to spend 350 to 400 coins for a gold contract that only gives you 13 games. So make sure you go and get those shiny silver contracts. They're much better for you. One thing I wanted to talk about, guys, was let me first of all, before I get into talking about what I'm actually going to talk about as a subject for the video, for coins, I'm working on something, guys. Like, you've got to be patient with me. I'm busting my gut. I've spent a lot of money on developing an idea to get this up and running again. So please be patient with me. It could be a day, it could be 2 days, but it will be happening again very soon. What else was there? What else? Oh yeah, if you guys want to check out my second channel as well, I had another video log up yesterday. I'll have another video log up today. I'll leave the link in the description, so check that out. And I'm going to do a couple of shout outs for people. I'm going to do the shout outs first, and then I'm going to talk to you about YouTube. The people I'm going to do shout outs for, just as I buy in Zogbia there, we got Docklanders. He's a great skiller, a good commentator. I don't mean that in a negative way. Like, he's a great commentator and a great skiller. And he's around 3,500 subscribers right now. So if you guys want to go and check his channel out, he posts daily Ultimate Team content. He's got a couple of really unique series. It's definitely something that you should check out if you're into offline game modes as well. He does an offline My Player series, which is very good to watch. So I'll leave his link in the description. Other than that, we've got a good friend of mine, El De Niro, who you might have seen in my live streams and stuff. He does Call of Duty, and he's one of the funniest commentators I've ever heard. Like, I've listened to a lot of commentators through my time, and El De Niro he's just like naturally one of the funniest people I know anyway. So when he puts it, like when he translates that into his commentaries, they're just absolutely hilarious, guys. So check him out. His channel's El De Niro 90. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. But if you don't like Call of Duty gameplay, then there's no point going and check his channel out. He does Call of Duty, Battlefield, and perhaps he's going to start doing some retro gaming. But we'll see about that. But yeah, so if you guys don't like that sort of game styles, then don't check his channel out. But if you do like COD commentary, and he's like, his gameplay is good as well, go ahead, check him out. This team that I came up against here is absolutely solid, absolute pace whore team. He's got those 2 American centre-backs in the middle. Which I think one of them's got like 96 pace, hasn't he? Which is just ridiculous. And the guy gets a lucky break there for the corner and scores from the corner. But so what I actually want to talk about today, guys, one of the questions I most get asked throughout Twitter and YouTube, like one of the question I get asked most is, can you watch my video? How can I make it big on YouTube? How can I get more subscribers? What do I need to do so that people can start watching my videos? And I'm going to try and give you guys as much help as possible. Now, when I first started doing this, I got a really lucky break. SA Sports Gaming put me on his channel, and from there my channel grew. And from there, you know, you just get lucky breaks. Like Small Beans tweeted out a free kick tutorial of mine. Josh Flip tweeted out some of my videos. Wee Peeler put me on Sweet Vids. And just in general, I just got really fortunate with the people that gave me shout outs. Now, one thing that I didn't do, guys, is ask for these shout outs. Not once did I ask somebody, can you please mention me in a video? Simply because I think that's a cheap way to gain subscribers. Like, the people that I shout out, never ever ask me. I just do it off my own back because I think they've got great content. And that's what gets you noticed, guys. If you've got truly great content, people will find your channel eventually. It takes long at the start. It took me well over, I don't know, I'd say well over a year of posting videos that I got 20 or 30 views on before I started picking up hundreds of views and then thousands of views. So like, if you guys want to really make it in the YouTube scene, you've got to be posting regular, and by regular I mean probably daily or every other day, regular content that is of the highest standard. You know, like things like pack openings and stuff are good for people. Like I enjoy watching pack openings. You know, I watch Shane 3088's channel all the time. I love his pack openings and because he brings personality to his commentary, and that's one of the other things that makes you as a commentator, is your personality that comes through those speakers into the ears of your subscribers. Because if you're dull and you've got nothing interesting to talk about, people are going to switch off because they're not going to want to listen to you. You need to find topics to talk about, you need to find interesting things to discuss, and you need to interact with your subscribers. No matter if you have 1 subscriber or 100,000 subscribers, it's very, very important. This is an incredible skill goal from Fuller, by the way. It's very, very important that you interact with your subscribers, because it then, like, it builds a relationship between you and them, so they're going to want to come back to perhaps talk to you a bit more, or to see if you've answered what they've asked, or to engage a little bit more in a conversation that you've been having previously. And that's like, undeniably, that's one of the biggest things that gets you returning subscribers, that gets more views on your videos, is just by interacting with people. Other than that, guys, high definition and getting the Hapage HD PVR is important. Nobody wants to watch standard definition, not in this day and age. Back when I first started this a couple of years ago, there was a lot of standard definition videos and a lot of high definition videos. Everybody seems to be in high def now, and that's real important. That, you know, you guys, if you're making YouTube videos, you've got to make sure that you put them out in high definition, because again, people just aren't going to watch standard def. And if they do watch it, I guarantee you 50 or 60% of your comments will be, what toaster did you record this on? And stuff like that. And they don't even look at the gameplay, they don't even look at the content, they're just more interested in making the funny comment, like, rather than actually viewing and valuing your content. One of the other things that will get you noticed, not get you noticed on YouTube, but one of the other things that will kind of help you grow, is just getting in contact with people that have a similar number of subscribers to you and doing projects with them. So let's say you've got 500 subscribers. Go find somebody else who's got 500, maybe 1,000 subscribers, maybe 300 subscribers. Do something with them. You post the video on both channels, let each other know, you know, this guy's got a channel and stuff, and you'll gain some subscribers from that. And then as you get bigger, you can do it with bigger people. And then if you know, if you get lucky, maybe you'll get someone with 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers that wants to work with you. If your content's good, again, like, it's all about the content ultimately. If you've got good content and like good character and good attitude towards this, you'll get far. But it does take time. No matter how good your content is, it does take time. So if you do want to make it on YouTube, if you do want to get a big subscriber base, and kind of just not make a living off YouTube, because I never ever see myself making a living off YouTube. I don't ever want to rely on something like this as a source of income. But if you want to get those few extra quid a day or whatever from posting videos, you've got to be ready to work really, really hard and post as much good content as you possibly can. That's a great goal from Fuller there. Again, I'm really, really enjoying Fuller. He's got 4-star skills and he's got amazing strength. I really enjoy him. So yeah, you've got to be willing. You've got to be willing to put probably like 6, 7, 8 months in, where you're gaining minimal amounts of subscribers, but you building a foundation for yourself and getting to know the FIFA community and getting to know the other commentators and getting in, you know, being able to talk to them and things. And that's one of the most important things about making it in YouTube. So hopefully I gave you guys some good tips there. And if you've got any other questions about, like, you're trying to make it into YouTube, put it in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer them as kind of in depth as possible. Because if there are people out there that have got good content, obviously I want to watch them as well as anyone else. So it's definitely worth asking the question about some certain stuff if you've got some questions about it. James McCarthy there scores a great goal, and one of the last goals of the game is not Fuller. I played a bit sweaty in some games, I'm not even going to lie, but I actually scored a really incredible goal with Fuller. But this guy puts in a solid ball there. The whip on that ball there was amazing. But we're 4-2 up at the moment, and then Kabul sends it into Fuller. Sexy little 1-2, and then a move that never gets used really. That little ball hop thing, ball flick over the keeper. This is the end, guys. So if you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.